Hit the subscribe button and bell icon for more videos.
Vancouver is British Columbia's biggest city. It's the gateway to the glaciers of Alaska, the wilderness of Western Canada, and the slopes of Whistler. And it's also one of the world's most desirable places to live. Wherever you roam in Vancouver, the salty sea breeze carries the fresh scents of the forest and the promise of adventure. Its welcoming neighborhoods are filled with the aromas of incredible cuisines, roasting coffee beans. The secret to Vancouver's success is that it has always been developed with livability in mind. Ever since European settlement only 150 years ago, the people of Vancouver have protected the rivers, coastline, and forest. Stanley Park, which dates all the way back to 1886. Because Stanley Park spans more than 1,000 acres, to get to the park, simply cycle or walk along the century-old seawall from the nearby downtown area. The wall not only keeps the sea at bay, but ensures Vancouver's waterfront is accessible to everyone. Point, where a lighthouse marks the easternmost tip of Stanley Park, or from the viewing platform at Prospect Point on the park's northern tip. The coastal First Nations people are seafarers too, having paddled to these misty shores over 17,000 years ago. In the Museum of Anthropology at the University of British Columbia, totems and sculptures depict the rich mythologies of the Haida people and the other indigenous tribes of the Northwest Coast. The modern city takes its name from the British navigator George Vancouver, who landed here in 1792. The original settlement, however, was called Gastown. In 1867, Gassy Jack, a sailor and renowned storyteller, convinced local timber cutters to build him a saloon in exchange for all the whiskey they could drink in one sitting. No one knows who got the best end of the deal, but a tavern was quickly erected and a town was born. Vancouver's early history continues at nearby Waterfront Station, the western terminus of the Canadian Pacific Railway. Experience this interweaving of cultures at the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Park and Classical Chinese Garden, the first garden of its kind created outside of China. And in Vancouver's Chinatown, where the fusing of Oriental flavors with fresh local seafood has helped earn the city the title, the culinary capital of Canada. The Fairmont Hotel Vancouver. Opening in 1939, this castle in the city became a reflection of the city's growing prestige and confidence. Just a short stroll away is Canada Place, where cruise ship travelers from all over the globe arrive to explore the city or embark on epic voyages to Alaska. visiting Vancouver's central highlights, explore the city's south side, ride the ferry or aqua bus across False Creek to Granville Island. From Granville Island, head south to Queen Elizabeth Park on Little Mountain, the city's highest peak. Once scarred by quarries, the city transformed these former gravel pits into a stunning network of gardens, creating a peaceful oasis high above the city. To answer the call of the wild, cross the Lions Gate Bridge, named after the nearby Twin Peaks which loom over the city. The North Shore mountain range is dissected by 3 deep valleys. It's a wilderness where bears roam and salmon-filled rivers flow through old-growth forests. Cross the 450-foot-long Capilano Suspension Bridge, which has been testing the nerves of visitors for over 125 years. Bird's-eye view of Vancouver, head to the top of Grouse Mountain. Or, to go even higher, climb into the viewing pod of the Eye of the Wind, the mountain's landmark wind turbine. Less than a 2-hour drive from the city is the world-renowned mountain village of Whistler. This adventure playground is simply magic all year round. But when the season's first snows come whirling down, it transforms into a wonderland. Vancouver is, and always has been, a city connected with nature and adventure. It beckons from the breeze, the waters, the mountains, her very street corners.
If you like this video, hit the subscribe button.